Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. I will be. I need y'all to follow me on the Bleacher Report app. I'll be doing videos on there and, different topics, things like that. Usually like 30-minute videos, things like that. So follow me on there because I'll be doing a nice amount of content on there. So I'd appreciate the follow. Now let's just get into it. So Michigan just beat Bowling Green 31-6. Now, Michigan. The thing about this game, let's just get into it. Now, JJ just didn't play well. I mean, what can I say? I done hyped this man up, and then he come out there and play like boo boo. So JJ was 8 of 13 for 143 yards, 2 TDs, 3 picks, and a sack. Not good. So Michigan gets the ball, runs it down their Bowling Green's throat. Looks like it's gonna be an easy blowout, clean game, and then JJ throws a pick in the red zone. Bredesen fumbles a kick return. JJ throws another interception, and it was just kind of like that. JJ overthrows Tyler Morris wide open for a TD. He was just he wasn't reading the field that well today, because even when he threw the picks, there was usually somebody wide open, or he could have just thrown it away. So let's just start with the offense. So Blake is rounding into form, it looks like, and I think he's still dealing with the fact that to me, it's not his knee. To me, I think it's just him understanding that he probably shouldn't have gained that extra 10 pounds this offseason. It just wasn't needed to me. And I think he's seeing like, I'm not as fast as I even was last year. Because he was saying, I'm faster. Boy, you ain't faster than you was last year. You're not. So I would try to, if I was him, I'd try to lose that 10 pounds, at least 5. Because he don't need it. You don't need that much extra weight. To me, what he gains by losing it is bigger than what he gains by keeping it. Let's see. JJ's first interception, he locked on to Roman. Roman was coming around the back of the end zone. He just locked on him. His second pick, he throws it to Cornelius Johnson. They were both on post routes. Roman was in the inside post route, and then CJ was on the outside post route, it looked like. And he chose to throw it to CJ. CJ wasn't open. Roman was wide open. Well, not wide open, but Roman had the inside leverage, so he was open, but the safety came down on a blitz, I believe. So Roman had the whole other side of the field. So JJ could have thrown that ball ahead of him, and it would have been an easy touchdown. So that was just it. Then so JJ comes back and throws a strike to Roman, which was nice to see. Then he misses, and this is the one throw that he has to work on. For some reason, JJ just wants to rifle everything in there. Like, you don't have to do that. If you have a guy wide open, the goal is to just get him the ball. It's not to make it the perfect dime throw. The goal is to just have him catch the ball because he's wide open. You just lob that thing on up there for him. He's wide open. You don't have to just put some air under it. Touchdown. You don't have to try to rifle every pass to these guys. But he missed a wide open touchdown. So that was just it on that before the half. So it was kind of deflating a little bit. But his first half was just shaky. But Moore was the head coach, and to me, Moore wanted to put a lot of stuff on film because you got all these teams are stacking the box, And like I was saying before, you can't get guys out of the box if you don't throw over the top. If you don't take the top off the defense, you can't get the safeties out of the box. If you're dinking and dunking, why would we get out of the box? We can still cover the receivers and stop the run. But if you're throwing deep and getting deep consistently, they have to pull those safeties out of the box. So now the run games opens up. So I liked it that Moore was continuing to call plays with deep routes. So it's on film that these guys will throw deep, do have routes to go deep. It's putting it on film for the Big Ten play. So I was glad he was doing that. Tyler Morris, Thaw and Tyler Morris. I'm not sure why they're okay. You return this punt, Thaw. Tyler Morris, you return this one. Thaw, you return this one. Okay, Tyler Morris, you return the next two. It's pretty obvious Tyler Morris is better at returning punts than Thaw. We saw that a week or two ago. And Thaw got hammered on one of those punt returns. I knew he would. If he's out there when we play higher competition, he's going to get leveled. He's going to get leveled. He got popped. He got popped today going against Bowling Green. One of these Big Ten teams going to light him up for real. Just telling you. I'm telling you. I'm seeing it. He got lit up today. Okay, later on in the game, we had a flea flicker touchdown to Cornelius Johnson. Cornelius makes a heck of a play, fighting for the ball. JJ underthrows it. He's not open. Roman was actually open on this flea flicker, but he chose to throw it to Cornelius. Cornelius just fights for the ball, tips it multiple times to himself, gets the 50-yard touchdown. It was a heck of a play. Way to fight for the ball. Way to work for your first touchdown. That boy had to work hard for that first touchdown. So, but Roman wasn't wide open, but if JJ throws it up, he's open. He's got his man beat. You just have to throw it up. You can't just rifle it in there. I'm not sure why he's not understanding that sometimes. But Roman, shout out to Roman, because Roman is taking that number 1 jersey to heart, and his routes are crisp, and he's routing dudes up. He is. It just is what it is. He's showing that he deserved to wear that number 1 and bring it back out, because he's routing dudes up and he's getting in that end zone. Roman probably could have had 3 touchdowns in 150 yards if JJ wasn't, I don't know what JJ was on, but if he locked on Roman when he threw that first pick, but if he would have locked on him after that, he probably would have had 2 more touchdowns. Tell you the truth. But hey, JJ's got to learn. This was a learning experience for them, and it's a lesson before Big Ten play that don't fall in love with your newspaper clippings. Don't fall in love with what ESPN is saying about you. Don't fall in love with Johnny on YouTube is saying about you. You still have to do the things correctly and play the right way. You can't try to be a gunslinger all the time. You can't try to, forget your mechanics. You can't play hero ball. It's all about the team. You make mistakes. If you make a mistake, you can't try to, I'm going to try to make it up for it and I'm going to throw this spectacular touchdown. No, just play your game. Your stats, your touchdowns, they're going to come to you. Just play the right way. We also got to see Orgy come in with his package. And this is I think this was JJ's last drive, but they took JJ out and put Orgy in because I think Moore wanted to show the Orgy package while JJ was still in there, so teams have to worry about that. You want to put stuff on film for these teams to worry about. It's more things they have to prepare for. So they put Orgy in there, and he does what Orgy does. He's running over dudes and manhandling dudes on the sideline. Get out of here! You can't tackle me. You a DB. You thought DB thought he was finna tackle me. You a safety, dog. You can't tackle me. You by yourself. You wildin'. You wild. Boy, you lucky. Orgy be looking at dudes on the sideline after he mug them like, boy, I ought to beat your boy. What's wrong with you, man? Hey, dude got a problem, but I love to see that. That's what I like to see. Somebody that wants the contact, wants to mug you and physically impose Michigan's will onto you. I ain't going out of bounds, bro. I'm about to mug you out of bounds. And then look at you like you want some more. Well, come on. I got some more for you. Come on. So I love that. I hope they incorporate Orgy into the offense more. Love it. Now, let's talk the defense. So the defense, we saw for some reason they were getting beat deep. Receivers were getting behind our receivers for whatever reason. I'm not sure what was going on. I'm not sure if we were blitzing and they were trying to sit on the routes, thinking they were going to get a pick, and then the blitz didn't get there fast enough, and then they get beat. I'm not sure what was going on, but I saw Keyshawn Harris get beat deep, get beat. I saw Sainer still get beat. I saw about 3-4 players get beat by Bowling Green receivers. I'm not sure if it was miscommunication. I'm not sure. It's the TV copy, so you don't get to see that much, But I'm not sure what was going on. It wasn't good to see. We saw some sacks. We saw Keon Sabb had a sack. Sainer still had a sack. Cam Goody had a sack. Jalen Harrell had a strip sack. But the thing that we gave up some plays on some third downs and stuff like that. I'm not sure why Jesse Minter was trying to blitz third and 15. Why are you blitzing? You're not playing CJ Stroud. You're not playing Caleb Williams. You're playing Bowling Green, bro. Rush 3, rush 4, and drop 7 or 8 and call it a day. They're not going to complete a pass. They're not going to complete it. Let your edge rushers and your D tackles get the quarterback, create some pressure, and drop guys into coverage. They're not going to get it if you do that. For some reason, early on, he was blitzing in these third and longs, bro. Learn from Don Brown. You don't need to do that, especially not against garbage teams or teams that don't even have anywhere close to the level of talent that you have. You don't have to blitz on no third and long against them. This isn't the NFL. I think that's something that these NFL coordinators have to really, bro, these aren't pro quarterbacks you're going against. You don't need to blitz on third and long. You rush 4, rush 3, drop 7 to 8. The punt is coming. They're not going to get it. It's the percentage of them getting it when you drop 7 or 8 it's got to be very, very low. They're not going to get it. So early in the game, he was blitzing and doing that, and then later on, he stopped doing it, and they were getting off the field. But they were making plays. Especially second half. You saw. Now I get on players when they play bad. I'm gonna give them their flowers when they play well. Quentin Johnson, step on up, my brother. Last week, he was looking confused. Well, he wasn't looking confused. He was in the right position, but he just wasn't making the tackle. He wasn't making the play. This week, He made the play. Big time pick before the half. You know, at the safety position, reading the quarterback. Give me that. I take that. So that's beautiful to see. So I'm glad to see because Rod Moore didn't play in this game. I'm not sure. They always he still wasn't ready. He's still working through something. I'm hoping and praying Rod Moore is actually getting better and will be there next week. Because it's troubling to me because they do this. It's not the NFL, so they don't give you this full report of what's wrong with the dude. You know what I'm saying? I fell for it last year with Nakai Hill-Green every week. Nakai Hill-Green should be back. That'll bring back the physicality. Nakai Hill-Green should be back this week. Physicality. Nakai Hill-Green will be back this week. I'm hoping, and then he never plays. I'm not falling for it again. So I need to see Rod Moore out there playing before I even say he's out there or he's gonna be out there. Makari Page played. Will Johnson, I didn't see him out there much. So the secondary, we're not playing with our full secondary. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of it also. Let's see. We still see some soft tackling. I hate to harp on this soft tackling, but it's just I hate it so much because the higher caliber of team you play, the more important your tackling becomes. You have to tackle. You have to tackle. You have to have strong physical tackling. That's just what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So early on, when we were giving up first downs on these teams, on any of these teams, the first 3 games, it was because of soft tackling. It just is what it is. It was because of soft tackling. Let's see. We had the Chris Jenkins pick. Chris Jenkins had a pick. They ran a screen. He dropped back, read it, was coming for the quarterback. Pause, and then read the play, dropped back, jumped up, snagged the pick. Looked like he was about to. He wanted that touchdown bad, but he came up like a yard short, and Blake ran it on in. Let's see. That's about it for the defense. So the defense still played well, even with the offense making all those mistakes, the soft tackling here or there. They still played pretty well. You know, they're well coached, and the scheme, it's a good scheme. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. The defense is just playing well for who they're going against, you know? So let's take that with a grain of salt because I want those starters out there next week. Rod Moore, Will Johnson, Makari. Makari played. I saw him out there quite a bit this game. That was good to see. But I want to see those starters out there. Keon Sabb, he's been playing pretty well. I know Zeke Berry was also hurt this game. But this was really just a learning experience for JJ. Blake, before I get back to JJ, Blake had 100 and some yards, like 102, I want to say, two TDs on like 12 carries. So he's rounding into form. I mean, maybe that Blake that we knew, he might not be there. This might be the Blake we're going to get, where it's more of a lumbering. It's not he's just not as fast as he was. He done gained that weight. Donovan, people get mad about Donovan, but to me, when he gets in there, the blocking ain't that great when he gets in there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't blame Donovan, but he ran hard today. From what I saw, he ran pretty hard and did what he could with the blocking that he was given. But JJ's just this was a humbling experience, and also a humbling experience, which is a good lesson before Big Ten play. Big Ten play, It's when it starts. We play like we played today against Rutgers. That's a possible loss. Because it's not likely they're just going to keep giving us the ball back like Bowling Green did. So when we play Rutgers, you play like we did today, it's possible you lose. Or you play like this against Minnesota or it's possible you can lose. So this was a good wake-up call for JJ. Don't feel yourself too much. Don't be thinking about the Heisman and all that stuff. Be thinking about each play, one play at a time, making the correct play, the correct decision. His last pick was horrible. He got away from the rush. All he had to do was throw it away. We up big. I ain't forcing nothing. But he got away. And that old JJ from last year, he did some stuff from last year, this game. Got away from the rush. Tries to force it to Loveland. There's no need to make that pass. Just throw it out of bounds, bro. Just throw it out of bounds. He doesn't. He overthrows. He overthrows Loveland. The guy picks it. Now you can get away with that against Bowling Green because they can't make you pay for it. Now if you do that against a better Big Ten caliber team, they can make you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So JJ just has to play within yourself. Don't feel yourself too much. And I know it's you've been playing well. You've been getting the newspaper clippings, the ESPN headlines, so you can start feeling yourself. There's no need for that. The Heisman, I might be able to get me a Heisman. Just calm down, brother. We need that championship. You better calm down. Harbaugh come back next week. Harbaugh will run that rock. You start doing bonehead stuff. That 50-50 gonna be that 50-50 gonna go back to 60-40 and it's gonna be run. It ain't gonna be pass. You better calm down. You better calm your nerves, JJ. Harbaugh coming back. He will. He will calm you down by making you hand that rock off. You was doing good. You start feeling yourself, and you're not making the right reads. Harbaugh will humble you, and the way Harbaugh humbles you is hand that ball off, son. Yeah, I know. Hand that rock off. So I'm just saying, JJ. Nah. I've been on here praising you. Now you making me look bad. So this was a good wake up call before Big Ten play, honestly, to get these guys to. Well, really, JJ, don't feel yourself. Do the right thing. Make the right play. One play at a time. For some reason, he just wasn't reading the field that well today, though. Honestly, he just wasn't reading it. He just wasn't seeing it that well today. Maybe it was let's just hope it was just a one-game blip, But Roman is working. I ain't going to not praise this dude because Roman is working dudes over, and I'm liking it. He is routing dudes up, and he's getting open consistently. Deep, short, he don't care. He's getting open. Like, I'm routing you, dog. I got the number 1 jersey on. Oh, you didn't know? You about to know. So, Roman could have easily had 3 touchdowns in this game. JJ probably should have had about 5 touchdowns in this game if he just, whether it was him throwing it to the right person, whether it was him knowing how to throw the ball, not trying to rifle it to Tyler Morris on the sideline wide open. It's just about knowing which throw to make and knowing who's open. Like, for some reason in this game, he was getting flustered and just trying to throw it. Like, all right, I just got to throw it. That ain't how you play. You can't just, all right, I'm just going to throw it. He looked covered, bro. No. Especially not when you got another receiver that's actually open. So, I ain't going to harp on it, but let's just hope it don't carry over. This is what will make or break you. What are you going to do next week? Are you going to see what you did wrong and understand? I wasn't playing within myself this week. Or are you going to continue to press and get down in dumps and continue to make mistakes? Or are you going to realize, oh, yeah, I wasn't playing within myself, made mistakes, and get back on board to playing excellent like you were? Because shout out to Bowling Green, the mistakes JJ made, they were mistakes JJ made. Like they weren't plays, they weren't just incredible plays by Bowling Green. It was JJ throwing to a dude that's well covered. JJ not seeing a guy there that's scanning the back of the end zone. He's just not seeing him. JJ missing a wide open Tyler Morris. JJ throwing it to another covered guy when Roman is wide open. You get what I'm saying? So those are all things that can be fixed. So let's just hope this guy fixes them before Big Ten play next week. But really, let's hope we get, because I want to see what this I want to see what this defense looks like with Rod Moore, with Will Johnson out there. You know, a full, healthy defense. I want to see the full starting unit together. So that's what I really want to see. But JJ, come on, my brother, don't do this to us. don't you do this to us. And one last thing, I had some people talking about not Rod Moore, Sharon Moore didn't. I thought Sharon Moore called a good game for what you have to do. Teams are going to be stacking the box like crazy. The offensive line is still trying to gel. Donovan and Blake are coming off surgery. They're still not what they were last year, really. So you have to put on film that you're throwing it deep. You're throwing deep routes. You're trying to get deep. You have to put that on film so teams worry about it. I thought what he did today was a great game plan, and guys were open. JJ was just missing them. So I don't have any. I thought his game plan was beautiful. Honestly, I thought he had a beautiful game plan for this game. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.